Hello, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about breaking news on today's transfers. Three players. First, let's go with Moises Caicedo. Yeah, it appears that somebody in Brighton is not too happy with Chelsea looking to cherry pick their best players. And so what they've done is first, obviously, they after they re-ejected Chelsea's 55 million pound bid for Caicedo, they've just gone on ahead for extra measure and slapped a 100 million pound price tag on his head and say, listen, if you want him that badly, you're going to have to give us 100 million pounds. Guys, I mean, I like uh, Moises, Caicedo as much as the next fan, but I'm saying though, I mean, a player, I believe he only has around 17, just under 20 Premier League games under his belt, and of course played 3 games for Ecuador in the World Cup. How that is supposed to equate to £100 million price tag is an unsolved mystery. And yeah, I mean, I don't expect Bowley to make any more bids on this player because that price is just crazy. And you know, pretty much that's the message. The message from Brighton is the player is not for sale. And as it turns out as well, from the player's side, he after he's recently hired new agents. He came out today and released an interview where he pretty much all but said that he's happy to stay at Brighton. He's a Brighton player, and he has no thoughts of moving out of Brighton this season or anytime uh, in the I guess in the short term. So guys, it seems like that uh, Caicedo door appears to be shut from my point of view. Um, so then that takes us to the next option, which is which is not even cheaper, is a more expensive option, and that's none other than Enzo Fernandez. It's almost as if we're like back to a square one because this whole midfield search, it all started with Enzo. Um, but as you all recall, Benfica, bosses basically put their foot down. They said, listen, give us 120 million euros cash and complete. They don't want any part, payments or no deal. Well, Bowley then made the 85 million euro cash only offer. That deal was, summarily turned down. Everything went cold for a minute, but as it turns out, obviously, especially with UEFA having popped up, reared their ugly head, yesterday with that new rule that pretty much closed up all remaining loopholes on Chelsea's FFP, shenanigans. Um, they came up with that new rule that's going to kick in the summer. And so what that is it is giving Bowley and them one last few days remaining of this sweet January window to see if we can max out this loophole while the loophole is still there. And that's why I believe that Chelsea's back in for Enzo Fernandez. Apparently, an improved bid was made today in the region of 100 million euros plus a player, an unnamed player. Some folks believe that that player is Hakim Ziyech, but of course that remains to be seen. Nevertheless, it appears that bid is not going anywhere. So if we're gonna get this player, it's gonna have to be something much more than this last 100 million plus player deal. And our hope is that a third improved bid will be the one that does their trick, because everybody and their grandma knows that Chelsea needs a central midfielder really bad. And then that leads us to the last player for today's transfer update, and that's none other than Captain America himself, or shall I say, former Captain America, because currently Tyler Adams is the current captain in America, and our boy, Pulisic, well, he's kind of been left out in the cold, and having obviously from his vantage point in the treatment room, watching and seeing PJs landing in at a Cobham seemingly every few days. A private jet is gonna land, is gonna drop off Mikhailo Modric, then the private jet drop off Joao Felix, and then lastly the private jet just a few days ago dropped off Nani Madueke. And guys, I mean, you might not need to get an A in mathematics, but if you do the maths, and if you're Pulisic, well, the maths is gonna show you being Pulisic that your minutes are gonna be coming up short for the rest of this season. So what it is um, he's I don't know whether his agents are shopping him around, but there appears to be interest from AC Milan to purchase him. The numbers haven't yet been thrown out, but as we all know, these Serie A clubs are not actually the biggest spenders in the market. So, but let's see. Part of the issue for Chelsea in terms of trying to hold out for big money on Pulisic, based on my understanding, is that he only has 1 year left. He has roughly about a year. Currently, he has about 18 months left on his contract. So by the end of this season, he's going to be down to like 12 months. And then when you're down to 12 months, you don't have much leverage. So guys, how do you all feel about this? Please subscribe to my channel. Take care. God bless you all. Peace.